Hey, what's up? I'm playing BioShock Infinite. Why? Because I skipped the credits and there's a post-credit scene, so let's just talk about the ending and stuff and play a bit more the last chapter. So, look. So this is right after Elizabeth commands Songbird to destroy the tower, and that thing was draining her power the whole time. So whenever we were in the city, that whole city was feeding her power. It was feeding off of her power. So yeah, the whole reason the city was up there was because of Elizabeth. Get it? So yeah, Elizabeth was the whole reason that the city was up there, because it was draining her power, and as soon as we got rid of it, she got all of her power back, and she transported us here. And if you go back to the last step, whoa, she disappeared. That's cool. Best game ever, right? So it is actually. This is beside okay, so if you watched the video before, she'll say this was a doorway, and you know why? Because this is an alternate dimension, just like the other ones were, as in Booker, when he gets reborn in one dimension or more, infinite, whatever, he becomes Andrew Ryan. Why? Because Booker's
this
from...
This is where we have to go.
Hey.
Why? What is going on? Elizabeth, what do you mean this is a doorway?
I'll have to show you.
I originally I was tripping so fucking much. I was tripping balls so much that I thought that she meant that this was a doorway, as in this will take us up, because Booker's might not have understood what a submarine was. I don't know. I was just making weird assumptions. But okay, a doorway, as in this is another dimension. Okay, like when he got reborn.
Probably gonna regret this.
Because BioShock was in the 60s, right? And Booker, right? Hear me out. He can use this thing, which is something that only people that are in the genetic family
at the bottom of the ocean. Ridiculous.
So only people in the family of Andrew Ryan could use those things. So that means that Booker is either Andrew Ryan or the father of Andrew Ryan. Get it? Something like that, like either like Booker's in the family of Andrew Ryan. And she said it's a doorway, and she said there's always a lighthouse and there's always a city, as in look, there's Lighthouse City. Like Booker becomes Andrew Ryan, right?
Thousands of doors,
just like he becomes Comstock,
opening all at once. My God, they're beautiful.
What, the stars?
Yeah, hear what I'm saying? So I don't know why it takes us here.
Come on, it's this way.
I was too confused over why it didn't take us into the middle in here to like pay attention to other things. Like I totally forgot earlier that like.
Are you going to open it?
That
it's no good.
Daisy Fitzroy killed an alternate version of Booker.
I thought once we were here, I could fully control it. I thought.
Oh look, she's holding it.
What is that?
It's a key.
Where did it come from?
It's always been there. I just couldn't see it.
Cool. Open the door.
See? Not stars. They're doors.
Doors to
everywhere. All that's left is the choosing.
I chose that side and it didn't go anywhere, so. Yeah.
What are all these lighthouses? Why are we... Who are...
There are a million worlds. All different and all similar. Constants and variables.
What?
There's always a lighthouse. There's always a man. There's always a city.
How do you know this?
I can see them through the doors. You, me, Columbia, Songbird. Sometimes something's different, yet the same.
Constants and variables.
Yes.
See, so she's basically saying that, like, as soon as that tower is destroyed, she was able to see every single dimension, you know, and possibility, and she wants to close it.
Look.
It's us.
Not exactly. We swim in different oceans but land on the same shore. It always starts with a lighthouse.
I don't understand.
We don't need to. It'll happen all the same.
Why?
Because it does. Because it has. Yes, it will.
There's so many choices.
They all lead us to the same place. Where it started.
No one tells me where to go.
Booker. We've already been.
There we go. Cool. So basically what she's saying is we've already been there, as in this has already happened many times before. Which is why, like, so when you're thinking about, like, how did Comstock know, you know, all these prophecies and the Archangel and stuff? Well, who initiated this entire thing? Like, because it was a loop, right? An infinite loop.
Wait a minute. I know this place. I was here. It must have been 20 years ago, right after Wounded Knee. I was looking for...
Come on now, time's a-wasting.
Why were you here?
Are you ready to have your past erased? Are you ready to have your sins cleansed? Are you ready to be born again? Take my hand.
No. No, I don't want to.
You already did, didn't you?
See, it's like the same guy. Like, I recognize that guy and that guy from Colombia.
Are you ready to be born again? Do you hate your sins?
I do.
Do you hate your wickedness?
Yes.
Do you want to clean the slate, leave behind all you were before, and be born again in the blood of the Lamb? Jesus, wash this man clean.
Wait.
Father, make him born again. Lord,
stop it.
what are you doing to it?
Get off me! Get off!
Son!
You didn't go through with it.
You think a dunk in the river's gonna change the things I've done? Let's get out of here. Hey, these doors of yours, they're all tears, right? Well, open one up. Open one up to Paris. I want to be shut of all this.
Not until we find Comstock.
Comstock's dead!
No. He was here. This way.
So she's saying that Comstock was here before, and he went. Because, like, after he left... Okay. So, this is what just happened. I just relived a moment, and whenever, like, Elizabeth put me in a... like, in my universe again, like, when she puts me back in my universe, I assume my own body again, right? So... then I relived the experience, right? So I did the exact same thing that I did before. And then she, like, zapped me out of that universe again. So, like, even though that happened previously in my life, it happened again exactly the same way later in my life, a second time. Get it? So it's not like I changed the time the way it happened before. It happened the exact same way, and then she zapped me out of it. Get it? Crazy. And now she's zapped me to a place where another dimension, because nothing's here and Comstock was here. She's tripping me out, basically.
And what of my debts?
Bring us the girl and wipe away the debt.
This is the man who hired me to find you.
Really?
Yes, the girl for the debt.
So he didn't actually hire me to get her. What happened was, after Booker's wife died from giving birth, alright, it was actually Booker's wife that died from giving birth. Alright, it wasn't Because you know, before it was like, oh, Lady Comstock died from giving birth. It wasn't Lady Comstock, it was Lady DeWitt that died from giving birth. Then Booker was he was in debt. Look, see, race. Race. See, he was gambling and drinking, and yeah, he was in debt. So this guy was like, I'm gonna clear your debt if you sell your daughter to me. And this is something I'm not sure about. I don't know if this, like, Lutece, the male Lutece, was, because I know that the female in Comstock's universe, she met up with the male somehow. I don't know if the male was from my universe, like Booker's universe, or a different universe. I think he might have been from a different universe. I think maybe in the Booker's universe, the female Lutece also existed. But I don't know how old they are, because if they, like, let's say they were born after Booker and Comstock, did the divergence, then maybe they would be male and female. I don't know, So that's something I'm not sure of, whether or not that Lutece is actually from another dimension or from this this universe or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know if he's from which universe he's from. So that's the only thing that trips me out and confuses me, is the Lutece twins.
Wait, no.
And the fact you couldn't see your baby.
What is this?
But
There was no baby. I remember. No, there was no baby, and if there was, I sure as hell wouldn't give it over to this guy.
Booker, you don't leave this room until you do.
DeWitt, time is running short. Bring us the girl, and wipe away the debt.
so I'm like reliving an old moment, an old memory, and so there's only one way to do it, I guess. That's the rationalization, I guess.
Go ahead.
No.
You can wait as long as you want. Eventually you'll give him what he wants.
How do you know all this?
I can see all the doors, and what's behind all the doors. And behind one of them, I see him.
Comstock.
So I'm not sure what's going on, but I think Comstock, because they say when you change the dimensions, or whatever, they're like, oh, you assume, I don't know, they mention a couple times, you bring up all, you make sense of the memories or whatever.
What choice do I have?
That stuff's important too.
Paid. Mr. Comstock washes you of all your sins.
See, I don't know what he's talking. I don't know whether or not Comstock was in this universe or not, or whether or not he just said that now and Booker was like, "What the fuck? Who's Comstock?"
Bring us the girl and wipe away the debt.
There was no baby. The deal was I go to Columbia to get you.
Booker, you're bleeding.
See this every time his nose bleeds.
But I remember.
Now we've upset him.
I don't expect this next bit will do much for his mood.
Come on.
So every single time his nose
What are we doing
bleeds,
here?
that was
Comstock's
something.
dead. We can just go on with our lives. You don't need
Dead?
to.
You mean like Chenlin? Like Lady Comstock? No. He is alive in a million worlds. It's not over because the Prophet is dead. It will only be over when he never even lived in the first place.
So right there. She talks about you gotta make sure you kill him when he's born or whatever. So every time his nose bleeds, that's something. Okay, every time his nose bleeds, it is something important. You get it? Like every single time his nose bleeds, it is when he's saying something that isn't true, something that he made up in his own mind. That is kind of
Hey.
harsh.
Hey, the deal's off, you hear me?
You're unstable.
The deal is off!
It's
Give her back!
fine, hurry!
Give her back!
Fine, are you mad?
No, you will not get caught in between. Come!
It is uncomfortable enough as it is.
So I don't know.
It's going to be more uncomfortable if you don't come now!
If I get caught, it's going to be a very long time
Let's
before we
just-
see each other.
Let's listen to
You will
this.
not get caught, I promise!
You can't promise me that.
We're going to lose our window!
I'll wait, thank you.
So let's just see if he gets caught. Well, I don't know whether or not they've already met or not. Okay, but one thing that I think I'm pretty sure is true. Columbia doesn't exist yet. They didn't make Columbia yet. I think they made Columbia after Elizabeth. Get it? Like after they made Elizabeth, because they needed to harness her power. Get it? And the way she got her power was when she was split in between worlds. So I'm just standing here. Let's just look. Let's look inside. Can't really. Oh, I can kinda see inside. Yeah, look, you can see some of the formulas and shit. It's the same stuff as before. Yeah, but what's up with that? She's got those balls. Yeah, I don't know whether or not they've like the twins have already met, but Comstock's in the universe of that lady. She tried to find him. I don't know if she found him in this universe or not. But yeah, I'm just like hanging out here. This is kind of funny. This is what happens when you let the character do anything they want.
Give her back, you son of a bitch!
It's ready! Go!
No! No,
Shut
no, no!
down the machine!
No!
Shut it
Anna!
down! Shut down the
Anna!
machine! Now do it!
Give me back my daughter! No!
So, part of her body is in this universe and part of her body's in the other universe. So I think maybe that's why she has powers. Because she got affected by the universe thing.
Anna! No. No. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Anna, I'm sorry.
She's gone, Booker. Anna's gone. You shared this room with your regret for almost 20 years. Until one day, a man came to you, offered you a chance at redemption. A chance for us to be together.
So I don't know whether or not Elizabeth opened that or not. Like the first time I watched that, I thought Elizabeth opened it, but now I think that he opened it. But I have no idea how he opened it, you know, like there's no electric device or, you know, there's no giant balls or whatever the fuck. Like I have no clue how he opened it. So I don't know if he has something in his hand. Like, oh, maybe the light. Nope. So, yeah, I don't know how they're doing this. So I thought it was Elizabeth because I didn't know how they're doing it unless they got affected by something. You know, like unless they are somehow, you know what I'm saying, right? Like unless these guys have powers too. So I don't know, maybe they're missing a body part or something. Gotta look. But I don't understand it. Yeah, basically I don't understand how this thing opened, but I think he opened it. And I'm pretty sure Booker's just standing here, like, drunk and pissed off, going, "Meh, I'm drunk and pissed off," and then this thing opens. Like, I'm pretty sure that's how it happened.
I told you it would work.
We already know it works. The question is, will he?
See, this thing, it already know it works, because they're talking about they know it works, as in how
You suppose he branded himself
traveling
as some sort of penance?
universes. They already know
Get
traveling
to the point.
universes
What's done
works.
is done. What's done will be done. I suppose the brand is his hair shirt, as he is ours.
So,
Wipe away the dead. Here's the girl. Wipe away the dead.
See?
Here's the
He's
girl.
starting to put his story together.
Wipe away the
You're quite fond of this theory of yours.
He's manufacturing new memories from his old ones.
Well,
Wipe away.
the brain adapts.
I should know.
Bring us
I
the
lived
girl.
it.
Booker, wake up.
so he said he lived it because he traveled
wake up.
through
This
universes.
is where it started.
I saw you.
Oh,
I saw you.
To your credit, you did try to weasel out of the deal.
This is all Comstock's fault. What if I went back? Killed him before he did any of this?
Things get set in motion.
How would one know how far back to go?
he looks black.
That's the only way to do it. Go back to when he was born. And I'll smother this son of a bitch in his crib.
So he's gonna smother him in his crib. Right. So you know when he said he's manufacturing new memories from old ones and stuff like that? It's because this is that was just a recreation of like the beginning, right? So that was like me and the just being in that universe for a little bit, you know, whatever. I don't know what the fuck, but when he said, "Oh, he's," yeah, because I was reassuming the role of me when I first walked through that portal, and the guy's like, you know, like I'm just assuming over in a portal, and drunk ass Booker, who's all depressed, just runs through it and just goes, okay, because maybe he recognizes it as a portal because he saw a portal last time when he lost his daughter, right? So maybe that's why he ran through the portal that just showed up in his house. Anyways, he said he's manufacturing new memories from old ones. That's because in this universe there's two Bookers now, because Comstock and Booker are in the same universe. Just like at the while we were playing the game, his nose would bleed when he would say stuff that was bullshit or whatever, and just like he would make up bullshit memories, and sometimes he would know stuff. Like sometimes he would actually know stuff that he was never told. Right? So, yeah. So he was making up memories of his own. So the male Lutis, he was like, oh, I know because I've lived it, so I'm just assuming that because the male Lutis was in my universe, like the original Booker's universe. Oh yeah, by the way, he changed universes. He went from his original universe into the universe that Comstock exists in, that Columbia exists in, when he switched, that's why. And then he tripped out. When male Lutis came into Booker's universe, I bet you there was another version of him, right? So since there's another version of him, his sister, right? Cause then, yeah, whatever, or him or whatever, he tripped balls, and he was all like, and he made up new memories and shit. You get what I'm saying? Because he obviously didn't make new memories when I don't know, like when he switched over or whatever. It's when you come into a world that has two of you, or I don't. So maybe when the male Lutis met the female Lutis, they probably tripped balls really crazy, and they're like, what am I and shit. You know what I mean?
Booker, are you sure this is what you want?
I have to. It's the only way to undo what I've done to you.
Booker DeWitt, are you ready to
What
be
is this?
born again?
Why are we back here?
This isn't the same place, Booker.
Of course it is. I remember.
I did not understand this because there were people there, and then now there aren't people there, right? I thought that if I was back at the spot where he was where he had chosen to be born or not, to be baptized again or not, there would have been people there. So that's why when I first played, I thought this wasn't the same part. But now I understand. And this is when he chose to be reborn.
Are you ready to leave behind all that has gone before?
Like he already chose yes.
Who are you?
You chose to walk away, but in other oceans, you didn't. You took the baptism. You were born again as a different man. It all has to end, to have never started. Not just in this world, but in all of ours.
Smother him in the crab.
Smother, 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 smother. Before the choice is made. Before you are reborn.
And what name shall you take, my son?
He's Zachary Comstock. He's Booker DeWitt.
No. They're both.
He's also Andrew Ryan. That's right, he's also Andrew Ryan. Yeah. Mind blown. Yeah. He's also Andrew Ryan. Comstock Ryan. Booker DeWitt. He's a demented motherfucker. Like, in another universe, he's Ken Levine. So, let's watch the credits this time and not skip them. And speculate. So, this game was really amazing. I played it like as fast as I possibly could. And it was worth the wait, like, for sure. Because this is one of those, this is gonna stick in your head forever. And no other game, like no other game, no other movie or anything has dealt with the multiverse, like perfectly. Like this is, I don't know how to explain it. Like this game has the best story, like time travel, multiverse. It does all that perfectly. Like it makes okay. So why did Booker get chosen? Why was it that one universe? Because there's only one universe out of all the infinite universes that had his baby stolen from him in a way that was Comstock and the male Luteis, like clearing the debt of Booker in exchange for his daughter. Like, you understand this? Like, there was only one baby that turned into Elizabeth, which eventually then turned into Infinite, right? Because there's infinite universes, like, at any point. So, at any point in time, everything can split into infinite, right? Because that's the truth. So there's infinite universes after every decision.
I may not always love
And, yeah. So, there's a stupid song just came on in the credits, and I think I'm gonna cut the song from it because it's pretty annoying, actually. It just cut off my train of thought. And this is really hard because, the game is hard to think about. Oh, it's God Only Knows. Oh, okay, never mind. Oh my god, I don't want to hear this. It's so hard to think. So, there's only one universe where Booker gets his daughter stolen from him. So and that ends up making Elizabeth and blah blah blah. And when they took Elizabeth, oh no, never mind. Columbia already did exist. I'm stupid. I thought I was saying Columbia didn't exist before when they got Elizabeth, but obviously they did. So, because that was in the story. Anyways, after they got Elizabeth, he had to kill Lady Comstock. So then he also had to kill the Lutece twins. Or one. So it was like at that point that they started, like when they died or whatever. Something like there was one of the universes where they didn't die, okay? Get it? Like Comstock would have tried to kill them, but then there would have been one universe, or at least that they didn't, and then they got away. And when they got away, they tried to reverse this whole thing. I guess. I don't fucking know. But basically, the game's about Booker and Elizabeth and stuff, but at the core, it's really the Lutece twins that are the orchestrators and stuff. And there's much more to understand about that than anything. I'm happy that the annoying singing's done. Man. And this is the credits. Nice. Troy Baker recorded the guitar on the song where Elizabeth sings. That's so funny. So, what's up with this? The girl they call Fitzroy, music and lyrics, Ken Levine. Are you kidding me? Ken Levine wrote a song? That's hilarious. Ken Levine, the songwriter. Oh my god, production babies. Look at all the people that were born from the team. That's crap load. Any two from the same last name? Yeah, two. Whoa. Look at all these people. So there's a lot about this game that I just want to go over, and I'm gonna have to play the 1999 mode. I'll have to play it over again, and I want to ask a question. If anyone is still listening, I hope at least someone is still listening. What should I do? What shall I do for the next playthrough? Because we're gonna have to play this again, because there's so many things that, like every time his nose bleeds and stuff like that, there's gonna be so many things that will make more sense and will be worth seeing a second time. So what should I do? Hard mode, easy mode, medium mode, 1999. I think I should play 1999 for the second playthrough. I'm not sure. Let me know what you think. Should I do the DLC?
There's no turning back. Even while we sleep, we will find you acting on your best behavior. Turn your back.
Alright, special thanks.
Everybody wants to rule the world.
Wow. This is the post-credit scene. You're in the same room.
Anna? Is that you?
Yeah, we finished it for reals. There you go. Cool, eh? Downloadable content. Yeah. Oh yeah, I could have totally clicked credits. Really, eh? Would there have been a post-credit scene if you click credits? What if there... Yeah, that'd be weird, eh? If you can see the post-credit scene at the beginning of the game. So... yeah, it turns out I could have actually turned on even more annoying stuff. Floating combat text, that would have been great, eh? Yeah. That would have been kind of funny, though. So... no, I'm not doing that. So I'll see you later. Alright? And we'll analyze and stuff more. We'll play the game again. 1999 mode. You gotta tell me everything that you want me to do. What difficulty. And stuff. And talk about your theories and stuff. Alright, later.